Hi guys, Mohit from Project Perfumery India once again with yet another video, and in this video we'll be talking about three brand new original scents which are, I think, the best discoveries of 2020 so far. The first one is coming from the house of Rasasi. It is called Qasamat RASANA, or simply say Rasna. So as the name says, if you've grown up in India, or there used to be this brand called Rasna, right? So they used to have these flavored juices sort of thing, or they call it sherbet. So as the name says, it's a fruit punch. It has a lot of fruitiness going around. That's what, once you hear the name, you would get that thought that it's like full of fruits. That's one thing, that's for sure. And second thing, it's coming from Rasasi, so it has to be potent. So it's like really, really potent. So from the first spray itself, this gives you like mango, vanilla, kind of Sidrat Boys kind of vibe, Nishin Hakivat kind of vibe, Annie kind of vibe. And it's really, really fruity. I think the juiciest of all. I really won't say it's going towards Byredo pulp side, because pulp is more like peachy, guava sort of. Well, there's like a lot of mangoes. I think the juiciest of mangoes you would have ever smelled are right here. And the bottle design is pretty cool. The box is here. It's the latest launch, and it's, I think, the banger for summers. You would absolutely love it. You would really get that Creed Aventus DNA as well, but with a lot of pineapple and mango. So here the main factor is vanilla and mango. So these two things are playing. I mean, I was like blown off when I first smelled it. I mean, I've smelled it so many times. I haven't smelled it, but it's original at the same time. So it's like taking mix of lot of good scents together. You would get that Aventus DNA as well. You would get Cedrat Bois as well. You would get vanilla and mango. So mango is one note which is really, really difficult to pull off, and this one is done really well. The initial feedbacks have been phenomenal. The moment I sniffed it, I just put some sample on Sample Exchange, and people loved it. So if you want to check out those reviews, those are there. I'm putting the link below. Now coming for the second scent. So this video, I mean, I wanted to do at peace. I couldn't do running around, because some of the best scents I've ever come across. I mean, recent times. So this is called Uomo by Perfumologist. Now it's coming from my own house, so under my own name, Perfumologist, and it's Uomo. So every brand has an Uomo, that means men in Italian. So it's like the signature scent if you go by the brand. So there is Cavalli Uomo, there is Ferragamo Uomo, so it has to be special, right? So there was one scent, I'm putting the link. I did a video before. That's like one of the best barbershop scents ever. So that is actually, there was Grey Matter by Uno, that was also distributed by us, that was created by Masam, and but that was really, really close to Tom Ford Japan Noir. And it's lavender, bergamot, and along with it, it has leather. So it's like bad boy barbershop. Imagine a punk, a groomed punk actually is what it smells like. So I mean, it's one of the cleanest scent you would ever smell. It's it will remind you of that V. John shaving cream and the old school barbershop we used to have in India. You walk into a barbershop and you could smell that creaminess, creamy lather as in the form, not the leather, but yeah, it has that suit leather kind of smooth vibe, which gives it a dark touch as well. So if you read reviews about Japan Noir, you would read a lot of good things about it, that it's dark and uplifting at the same time. It's powdery, it smells like shaving cream, and one of our viewers requested, Mr. Jagdeep Sharma is a big time into wet shaving, and he requested me to get this, and it was in my wish list to get done, and here we go. It's Uomo by Perfumologist. The design, the whole conceptualization is by me. The ceramic cap, which gives it a barbershop touch, and then there's a blade here. So it says Uomo Perfumologist, same cutout from the back, and it truly represents a barbershop. I mean, that's my interpretation. So if you are into fresh fragrances, summer's already here, and it's gonna give you good lasting of 8 to 10 hours. That's what people say. I'm totally, I've made it, I would say good things about it anyway, but the main thing, I take people feedback as well towards sample program. So check that link and you would see what people have to say about it. It's Uomo by Perfumologist. My first, I would say, a signature. If I have to go with a signature thing, this is going to be the signature. Now the third one is actually a version 2. I have done this scent before. People loved it, not by any other marketing factor or the story behind it, the concept behind it, and the scent that took them to the temples, the ghats of India. So it's Rishikesh final presentation. You guys have seen how the first version looked like. It has that Beatles logo. Then I made a test version. I was testing it out, but then this bottle was too small for me to put an artwork or give that thing. So this is how the label looks like, right? So basically, you could see mantras and Rishikesh in Hindi. So this is the final bottle. We have it on sale. What are the changes from version 1? So version 1, the whole concept was smell of ghats, temple, Ganges, and all together the floral factor. So it was like overload of, it was laid on base of sandalwood, and it was creamy, lot of florals, lot of aquatics to it, lot of powdery elements to it. And what we did, it was already so much loud, we couldn't have made much changes. So from my recent trip to Kannauj, I have discovered some natural elements. So I bought them back. I'm putting my making video after this, the new Rishikesh version 2. So what I did, I've added the sandalwood I procured from Kannauj, and I replaced the previous sandalwood. Second thing, so I could get that powdery vibe that we have added, that gives you like fresh, sitting on a ghat sort of a feeling. But then it turns into completely white floral, and then there's a slight dark tuberose champaka. I've added moti as well, which gives it a very bright opening. That's like the jasmine sambak. So we have added 100% natural sandalwood, jasmine sambak. We have added mulchi in it. That's like the 100% natural oil in it. Apart from that, we didn't add vetiver because it's nowhere going green. And we added nagamuta. That's again a flower. And then we added more of jasmine. So I'll put the video now, and after that you could check out the sample as well. For these all three, we have samples available, we have full bottles available, and these are for these kind of high quality scents. I'll tell you the pricing. This is going for 3,500 for 65 ml. I'll put decants as well. This is going for 1,999 30 ml, ready to ship. An amazing quality scent. If you are into barbershop fragrances, old school fragrances, you want something really long lasting for the summer, still smell fresh, this is the one, not being like oud or leather sort of. And if you want to discover your spiritual side, we have this. Again, performance wise, this would last you for like 2 days, but main thing is you want to smell like that for 2 days. It's like it will teleport you to temples and ghats. So it's Rishikesh. If you've been to Rishikesh, this is a must try. You'll get nostalgic with it. This came into my idea on my trip to Rishikesh, and then I kind of kept on working on it. Now it has like got a lot of punch of natural. One thing which makes it like really different is the saffron. We've added Iranian saffron in it, and that gives, if you look at the sprayer here guys, it's turned yellow. That is like how high quality ingredients have gone in. So I would say it's like 30% natural and 70% aroma profile that we have added in. That's from version 1. So it's like 70% similar to version 1, and added few more naturals to it and saffron. So that saffron gives it a very bright opening. I mean, I absolutely love it. It's absolutely divine. If you have loved first version, this is like next level. If you haven't tried version 1, version 2 is here, better than before because we have naturals in it. It's more signing out, making of Rishikesh after this, and I have next video coming for these all new clones, so wait for that. Okay, so welcome to yet another episode of Project Perfume India. It's me, Mohit here, and we are back in studio again. We are creating one of the best creations that I have ever created, or you people have shown love to, that is Rishikesh. So we are making Rishikesh 2.0, or the final version of Rishikesh here on this video. Apart from that, there's the second one, which is kind of a short review because this is one of my upcoming full-blown launches, and I just did a limited release launch for this, and the response has been phenomenal. We are already sold out, but I have a couple of bottles which I have yet to ship for tomorrow, and it is called Uomo by Perfumologist. So if you see, the presentation is really limited, and how it looks, it has. Guys, we are back to blending, and we are doing Rishikesh final version. We are not calling it 2.0 because we don't want to create confusion. It's going to be the final blend. The previous one is gone. So it is going to be better than the first one, that's for sure. So in the first one, we have used around the base as the sandalwood. So we are keeping the same one. So I'm starting with a particular value of, this is like all natural sandalwood from Kannauj that we have procured in my last Kannauj trip. So let's lay down the base for now. So I'm total making a 1 liter of juice, That will give me like 30 bottles and around 100 samples. Right, so I could already get the sandalwood, so that's a good part because these are mostly used as the base for most of the ingredients, because I'm using two more ingredients, jasmine, sambac and kevla, that already has some more sandalwood added to them. And if we need, we would use the absolutes as well. Second, I'm going for saffron. I'm keeping for top up in the last in the formulation. Next is my amber, which is going, it's not going too much, so I'll be adding about 1.5% of it. Here it becomes 10 times because we are making not only 100 ml, we are making a whole liter. So we are ready, almost ready with the first set of components that I need. So basically in most of the niche, they really do not count top, base and mid. So that's what we are not doing in this version as well. So definitely the first one is sandalwood, second one, the note comes as the amber. And the third one that is going is Champakan Neroli and tuberose. So those are like quickly I'll be adding. Here's my library. I will just pick them up. Or I have them here. So this blend is going to be more of a hybrid blend, that is like a mix of naturals plus synthetics as well, so that it becomes more and more long lasting. Thus this is like my first experiment of making, it's already, people loved it to the core. When I made Rishikesh, if you check out the reviews, they loved it to the core, and it's like already a little risky to temper with something already there, but I have pretty much played around with these components so that I can play with it more. So I added in the tuberose, which gives it a little skank. The last thing that I need to add here is champaka. Here. Almost done, because just a little bit of fine tuning and we are good to go in this one. So the overall juice strength is going to be about 33 to 38%. So that's like really, really long lasting. Alright guys, so here we are. I am to add a couple of touch-ups which are there, which we added as a top note before, but it's like more like when you spray it, what notes we are supposed to get. So those have to be like the most volatile and more of fresh on kind. So this is my lavender plus bergamot combination that I'm using. These all I have given in my Train Your Nose subscription as well. Many people have tested these blends individually. So these are, but then you know, as single note they are pretty basic. But when you're using in combinations, naturals and all those things, then our premix adds the magic touch to it. It's completely different game altogether. Alright, so I need 3 more elements and then we're good to go with our new additions to it. Here we go. Okay, done. Alright, so this is my touch of more floral to it. So I'm adding, this is like jasmine or jasmine sambac absolute. I'm adding absolute first. If I need to add more of it, I have the one with some more sandalwood ready. I don't want to make it like too much on sandalwood because other elements, because that will be there anyways as the top note, and this is like indefinite and this gives the artisanal touch. This batch is like one of its own. You're not going to get something, you know, that's the beauty of artisanal perfumery, where every batch has the uniqueness, but more or less with synthetics we are controlling 70% of the formula. Okay, and we I don't want to add this too much. This is the kevla we are adding, which adds the whole final touch up of how the temple smell is. So I'm going to test this out first and then go with the smokiness, because I'm really scared with the smokiness, because this is such a divine, floral, woody kind of scent. So let's wait, guys. This I will be putting on something. So let me come up with the final version. So I have my 300 grams of the formula ready, and this is by weight basically. So I have explained in my previous video, I'll be putting the premix into it, which is our specialized formula which I use for my blending. So guys, I'm going on 30% volume by volume this time, because that will make up pretty much of 37.5 of weight by weight. And there we go. To this line it completes 1 liter, and we are done with 1 liter formula. And this is the final top of the saffron, the synthetic saffron. I am replacing it with high quality Iranian saffron that we have acquired from Middle East, and there it goes. If needed, I'll filter it out, otherwise I will let it go as it is. If let me keep this blend for more time and let's see what happens with it, and then if needed we would filter out the saffron from it, but this is gonna add up a lot of zing to the juice. Mohit here. I'll be coming up with my first impressions. Let me bottle my first bottle and then send out 100 samples as well, and see ya.